Alright, there's a snow jet back here somewhere. It's a blizzard. Let's see what that is. Yeah, make sure there's no raccoons in there. Arctic cat. It's too low to be a snow jet. Looks like an Indy. Ooh, I think that might be it. Yeah, all right. All right. Bet you didn't think this one was gonna get finished. Those are preservation pine needles. Trailer parts. Alright, well, it's back in the shop finally. Definitely hasn't really improved with age at all, that's for sure. I got a stator here from a 1973 Yamaha GP338. This was kind of in the scrap slash sale pile, and it hit me a while ago. I'm like, this thing might have some of the same internals since it is a Yamaha motor. So instead of buying anything, we're going to try and scrounge, see if we can make something work off of here. I wondered where my other magnetic tray went. Not 100% the same, but I bet you we can make something work. It's always good to write yourself notes for the future. So yeah, I couldn't remember which side it lost spark. PTO side. Remember last time I think I checked the both coils. I think I swapped the wires and it didn't follow that. I'll have to go watch my video again. Those are good reference actually. Yeah, it's funny. I've actually had people ask me about stuff in my videos. I don't even remember it. So, all right. So, I tried re-cleaning the points on the PTO side. Put it back together. Checked for spark. Had 0 spark on either cylinder. I'm like, I don't know what's going on there. Took it all apart. Somehow it looks like oil got on the mag side points. Cleaned just the mag side points, and now I have spark on both sides. So I don't even know what to say about that. We're not touching anything. Alright, well now that we got the spark sort of figured out, fingers crossed, I gotta start finishing up the rest of the suspension swap. Last time the one cross shaft had the bolt broken off inside of it, so I was able to source a new Panther cross shaft off a friend. So this one's got good threads. So we'll get those out of there, put some shorter bolts. Yeah, a little bit shorter bolt would help on that. And go from there. Alright, drop the suspension back down. Got the old shaft out. There's the bolt that caused all the trouble to the scrap pile. Get this new one installed and hope we have enough tensioner bolt there to actually, tighten the track enough. Just greasing my shaft. One thing, got to put some reinforcements kind of on the tunnel there. The bolt's kind of sucking it right in because there's that gap between the snow jet tunnel and where the suspension cross shafts are. Gotta love sleds that have a built-in kickstand to them. Alright. That's not too bad, I guess. I'm sure we're going to be putting down a lot of power to the ground, so you don't want them drivers skipping, but looser is faster. Alright, time to battle this grungy old Walbro. I'm really maybe hoping that this bolt pattern is the same as the Tillotson HD or something. I don't know if I have high hopes for getting this thing working right. Heard horror stories. So, yeah. Maybe we'll have a Walbro throwing contest later on. Well, who'd have thunk it? Yamaha's metric. Probably the same as a Tillotson fuel filter. We might have a few of them sitting around. We're going into uncharted territory here. I've never had one of these carbons apart. Apparently, rumor is, you take apart one of these Walbros, there's a haunted genie inside every one of them. That's what causes them not to work right. Alright, these Walbros, man. They got all these layers. It's like a Tillotson, but a lot worse. And this one looks like it's had some water in it at some point. Trying to keep everything straight here so I can put it back together right. I've never had one of these apart. Then you get down to the base. You've got like springs everywhere. I'm assuming these are all the same like spring rate. Rubber one-way valve. Flapper valve. I mean, oh crap. Alright, we gotta keep track not to lose these things here. Yeah, diaphragm looks like it's pretty baked. We're gonna have to scrounge through the pile and see if we can find another one of those. This is going to be a miracle if this thing gets back in the running condition. Man, there's just corrosion everywhere. I mean, I don't know if this thing's going to really be worth trying to put back together or not. We'll give it a shot though, just because, I like a challenge. To get my throwing arm ready. Always good to have boxes of miscellaneous parts. And for some reason I believe there is some forsaken Walbro parts in here, if we're lucky. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Oh yeah, buddy. Diaphragm. I think that was in there. Oh, sweet. Pick whatever one's the best. Oh. Yeah, we got choices now. Trying to save the gaskets that we don't have. Alright, well, this thing's going back together. Anybody want to take bets? We're getting serious. Sanding the clutches down. Since I'm not going to run the fiberglass dash on here, I had to make a little bracket out of some scrap aluminum to hold the key switch and the high-low beam. So I went digging back through the, all the random parts and stuff back in the barn, and I found this oddly shaped gas tank. I don't know what it was off of, but I had a few sitting around. Another square one like that. That's like off an old rototiller or something. But this one, man, I don't know what I would have ever used it for, but it looks like it fits in there just right. So we'll make up a little bracket, and I had to put a hose barb in the end there. Hopefully it doesn't leak too much. Not going to have a lot of range on this, but at least it'll maybe get us running. Alright. Some 2x4s. That's a solid gas tank mount. So we ran into an issue with there's a return line coming back out of the carb, and there's no return line provision on this tank. So being that gravity's gonna want to fill this up with fuel, we're gonna try teeing the return line right back into the supply line, and hopefully it gets enough fuel. And of course, the proper way to hold all this down is definitely a bungee cord. Looks pretty solid to me. Ready for snowcross. Buffed out a portal on the windshield so I can see through it. Might not be a bad idea to, put some gear oil into this chain case. I'm not sure if I put any in here when I redid it. That plug has definitely seen better days. Looks like it's got something. Throw some more in. Might have a belt to choose from. That's only about half the pile. Alright, we got an old Snowmaster 1108. That looks pretty decent. We'll see if that works. Alright, moment of truth. Don't want to put too much in there. Alright, we're just trying to get this thing to pull some fuel. Doesn't seem to be doing it. Not sure if even unhooked the return line, but it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. See if we can prime it a little bit. Might want to move in case this thing backfires. Wow. Man, that thing wants to run. Still not pulling fuel though. Give her a little bit more. Unhook the return line this time. It's that wall, bro. Well, we tried forcing the fuel in. Looks like we got a fairly substantial leak on the filter. Maybe that's our problems. So it looks like the filter just needed tightened up some more. Don't know if that gasket in there's going bad. Good Taiwan filters, who knows. So it seems to be pulling fuel now. So we'll see if we can get it to pop. Okay, so that return line's definitely not working right. Carb seems to be leaking fuel also through, I don't know, the diaphragms. To see if we can tighten them up at all. Alright, time to regroup. Now, as much as it pains me to do this, I think we're going to just drill and tap a hole into the top of this tank. I got a little 1/8 inch barb here. I think this came off of a Ford fuel pump. It was extra. Just gonna put it right there. Hope for the best. I know what that is. There's another one. Another one. Well, I guess the saying remains true. Ride them for 5 minutes, work on them for 5 hours.